Any of them. Hold your head, everybody inside the prisons that's not in there for like anything crazy, anything wild. But hold your head to all the guys, them, you know what I'm saying? This young gentleman right here, I can't say he's a young gentleman, but this gentleman right here, you know what I'm saying? He's been going through it, man. Big up Jay Noble, Toronto rapper. You know, he's been on the scene. He's been doing his thing for a while. Like, if you're a guy in Toronto and you don't know who Jay Noble is, you're not really like a certified Toronto person. You gotta know certain rappers coming up in the industry or in the eras of early Toronto times, like Noble, like Sam G, Heartless, Point Blank. If you're not naming and some of these guys, or you don't know who any of these guys are, you're not a real Toronto head. But for the people that don't know, Jay Noble's been arrested for a while now. He actually got convicted, I want to say, like a couple of years ago, maybe like in 2018, maybe even before that. I could be wrong. But his whole situation is very, very questionable. Not his whole situation. The whole conviction is very questionable because they're doing everything pretty much off of, if you don't know his case, I'm going to give you like a quick breakdown of what they're kind of convicting him for. So there's a situation where a young gentleman came into a community center. At the same time, I think Noble was in this community center, and they showed like the getaway driver and the actual shooter. Anyways, long story short, they're showing you inside like the community center, and they're showing you a little bit of the outside of what happened. The young gentleman came in, the victim came in, went into the gym. Something happened where he came out, he went outside, everything was good. He was then shot a couple of times. I think they were saying like he was assassinated. He was shot like 8 times. He died. What they're trying to say is that Noble was inside the community center giving the gunman the okay to shoot him. There is no pointing. They didn't hear his voice. There is nothing, any of that. They're saying that Noble gave him that just from what they seen from the video. Now, what's crazy about it too, I'll talk about it. What's crazy about that situation, because they've showed the video millions of times. It's all over YouTube. I'll probably, after that, I'll try and find the video really quick to show y'all. They showed everything. Like, pretty much they showed the shooting. They showed homie coming inside the victim. They showed Noble coming inside, I believe, the community center. They showed homie going inside the gym. They showed even like the shooting part, a little bit of outside. My whole thing is, why didn't you show like when the shots were busting? Why didn't you show inside the gym? Like, what was Noble's reaction when the shots bust? Like, little things that the police and like the media does to like really kill your reputation and make you look a certain way and shit like that is crazy. Like, they're making out like this guy's like a big time bad boy gangster. He don't care about nothing. I want to see footage of when the guns were popping off. I'm not saying he was a pussy or anything, but like, where was he? Like, what was his? Because if I'm telling somebody to go bust, my reaction gonna be kind of like calm and cool. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see why they didn't show his reaction. And two, if they're saying that he's a gangster and he's a bad man, if shots are busting, he's gonna run, fam. Like, I don't know. It's a crazy situation. But Noble pretty much wants to shed light on his conviction because he feels like this has nothing to do with anything other than they just feel like he's a gangster and the police wanted to shut him down. So in the caption post, he reads first, this is the outline, or he writes, this is the outline on the facts of my case. I'm trying to get the Supreme Court of Canada to overturn my conviction. I need all the support I can get in bringing in attention to this matter. Thank you. And he hashtag wrongfully conviction, free Noble, Supreme Court of Canada, innocent, freedom is a must. You know, Big the R, he tagged Drake, Kim Kardashian, John Tory, Meek Mill, and Doug Ford. So let me take this little 1-2 puff and read out this because this is long. So DTA Noble wrote, I was wrongfully convicted of first-degree murder in a case that has absolutely nothing to do with me. The incident was captured on camera, and the footage can be easily found with a quick Google search. I wasn't convicted of actually committing the murder. I was convicted of allegedly telling someone to do it. The Crown Attorney openly admitted in court that the police didn't have any direct or physical evidence against me. And the case was built on a theory. Not one witness was ever presented in court against me. And there's no wiretaps or audio of me telling anyone to do this. He goes on. The person convicted of committing the actual offense testified at his own trial, and he told the courts that the incident had nothing to do with me and I had no involvement. He explained to the courts the personal issues he had with the victim that led up to the incident. The jury at his trial believed him and rejected the Crown's theory of my involvement in the case. As a result of that, the first-degree murder charge against him was dropped to second-degree murder, and he received a 15-year sentence. At my trial, the Crown and police didn't stick to the facts and evidence in this case because there was no evidence to begin with. Instead, they chose to assassinate my character to the jury as a smokescreen to hide the lack of evidence against me. They did this by playing my rap songs and videos, which had nothing to do with my trial. They also presented groups of photos of my friends, family, and labeled us a gang. And we all know if the police see a few black males together, we become a threat and label the gang. They even went as far as calling my mother a gang member. Many more things of this nature is what they used for almost 3 months long to create a bias and prejudice mindset in the jury. As a result, I was convicted of a first-degree murder with no evidence pertaining to the actual crime of the accused. First degree means it was planned and deliberate with an automatic 25-year sentence. Second degree means it was not a plan and a judge can give you a sentence they think is fair. This is where it gets more corrupt and confusing. If I'm convicted of a first degree, meaning it was a plan, well then who did I plan it with? It can't be my co-accused because at his trial, a jury rejected that and gave him second degree, meaning he was not involved in a plan and acted alone. This case makes absolutely no sense. This was a clearly miscarriage of justice, and no matter where you are in the world, an injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. It's been 3.5 years since my wrongfully conviction, and I've sat here patiently waiting and believing the Court of Appeal was hoping to fix this, but they've decided to try and sweep this under the rug. I was targeted by racist officers who do anything in their power. I was targeted by racist officers who do anything in their power to lock up as many black people as possible. There is a mass incarceration of black men going on right before everyone's eyes. In other words, it's modern slavery. Please join the fight for my freedom. Speak out by using your platforms to bring attention to this important issue. I need the Supreme Court of Canada to hear us loud and clear to do the right thing and overturn my conviction. Jay Noble. This is wild, bro. To me, that's the craziest thing right there is what he said with the if his co-accused got second degree and he got first degree, that doesn't make no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. What are you guys trying to do? Just be like, yo, you know what? We thought this guy was a serious gang member. We thought he was a threat to the community, so we did what we could do in our powers to get him off the streets. But don't be BSing and saying that you guys, yo, you fucking cat. Don't be BSing and acting and doing this shit. This don't make no sense. How the killer get second degree and he said he worked alone, but a person that you guys are accusing of was saying that he planned the shit, he's getting a first degree, but who did he plan it with? That don't make no sense. Can somebody with more what do you call it, law knowledge help me with this? Criminal defense stuff help me with this? Because that makes no sense to me. Unless J Noble put out a song saying that he was gonna do this killing, what does this raps have to do with anything? Like, this is why I be warning these young boys, bro. Like, they just watch you, bro, and if they think that you're a guy, it's a problem. You're gonna be out of here. They're gonna teach you a lesson. If they think that you're anything close to like a problem in these streets, they're gonna get you off the streets by any means necessary. And if that means like corrupting cases, not making sense to cases just so that they can put niggas in jail, that's what they're gonna do, bro. To me, this case is wild. Like, it's one of the craziest cases ever, because they're pretty much building the theory off of the video of Noble. Shout out Flacco, that's on live right now. I should go pop in with Flacco. So is this what they're saying is fair nowadays? So what could I put, like J Noble's case or something? Yo, cat's nice up. Even this, like Jermaine Dunkley, Monstars gangs leader, Toronto sentenced for Nico. Like, I don't know, man. I don't like these videos that do that, but they gotta do it. Who knows? What might come out of me soon. It's not funny, but. I'm not gonna play all of the video, but I'm just gonna play more of the community center situation.
You don't need to hear the shots to understand the chaos, the fear of the people inside. The little boy with the basketball runs toward the gym.
So this
Described
is
by a gang expert
like
as the leader of the Monstars gang.
So they're showing you everything. Like, they're showing you supposedly this is the leader of the Monstars gang. They're showing you this and the third. So when the shots bust, why didn't they show him, fam? That's my whole thing.
In the moments after Mitchell arrived, the ambush, the execution as police have called it, Nico Mitchell is shot 8 times and people scatter. You don't need to hear the shots to understand.
You don't need to hear the shots to understand. Like, you see how these media people like to sway the fucking everybody? It's not just the prosecutors, them, and the police. They're swaying the fucking jury. And then the media is there to sway the people. So yeah, they got this right. This is a gangster. Like, look what he's doing in a community center. Look, the kid, you can hear. You don't need to hear people. Yeah, you do probably need to hear J Noble, how his reaction was, motherfuckers. That could have fucking saved his whole case. That could have turned the case around, in my opinion. If you're saying that the man that set the thing up, well, who knows? They'll probably be like, oh yeah, he just ran to make it look that way, to make it look like he was scared. But if I'm setting shit up and I hear bushing shots, I'm like, okay, well, whatever, and I'm gonna keep it moving slowly. It looked like everybody was running.
The fear of the people inside. The little boy with the basketball runs toward the gym. According to the Crown, it was Dunkley who called the shots that night, but Dunkley has never been charged. So why has Dunkley never been charged? Well, the lead homicide investigator will only say the investigation is continuing. Dunkley was picked up in an alleged gang sweep in the spring and remains behind bars on drug trafficking and gang-related charges. Presented with the allegations today, his lawyer, Jeff Hirschberg, said he would not comment as the case is still ongoing.
I don't know, man. What do you guys think in the comments? Comment, let me know. Is there some corrupt police shit going on? Do the cops think that you're a gangster? Are you fucked? Like as a rapper or anything, if they think that you're freaking, you're into the things, are you mash up? And hold your head to freaking J Noble, man. Let's all get this thing out here, man. Because the whole wrongful conviction as a man that was wrongfully friggin' convicted. Yeah, man, I don't like that shit, bro. That shit is cold, bro. Like the way they do us is real dirty. They take people and it's like they put them in a system that you don't know nothing about. Like it's one thing to, each part of your life is a system, and each part of the world is a system. Like everything that goes on in the world is a system. The school is a system. The workplace world, like for you to go get a 9 to 5, that's a system. The jails and the courts and all that shit, that's a system. If you ain't know that system, your ass is going to jail. Don't go for legal aid. Make sure you have some free up money, eh? If you out there in the streets, I don't care who it is. I'm not speaking for J Noble. I'm speaking for all you young guys that be doing your stuff in the streets. If you guys out there in the streets, make sure you have free up money, bro. Don't be taking in legal aid, especially if you know you getting ready to go shoot somebody, you trafficking heavy, you doing anything crazy. Don't do legal aid. Your ass will go to jail. Your ass might still go to jail if you pay up, if you have your free up money. But you got a lot of better chance. You got a highly better chance. And what I'm learning too is the jury's not a cool thing too either. You gotta sway a bunch of people's thing to all make them all think one way. That's fucking hard too. Make it you, your lawyer, the prosecutors, and the judge. It's a lot easier. But hold your head, Nobes. Hold your head to Heartless G, Biz Loke, all the other band them that are incarcerated, going through situations right now. And yeah, like I said, let's get some attention on this whole J Noble situation, and hopefully I can hear from J Noble soon, and you know, maybe talk to him, see how his mindset is. If you hadn't known, the We Love Hip Hop page is down.